I had the tradition of going and laying in my mom's bed, watching Saturday morning cartoons as soon as my dad left for work.
I would oftentimes awake finding a child or two in bed with me on Saturday mornings. When you opened Sarah's bedroom door, the hallway was right there.
I found him in the hallway.
My husband had gotten ready for work, came out into the hallway, had a massive coronary, and that's where he was.
My mom, my sister, and I, we were his life. For him to have a heart attack and die that day shocked everybody. It's a day I'll never forget. It's a day that it'll never leave me.
My husband just passed away. He was there one day and gone the next. With Carrie, she had been diagnosed with a heart condition.
She was 22, and we were at my mom's house one Friday night playing cards, and my sister just said, "I don't feel good. I just don't feel right."
So went to the doctor, and we thought, okay, she has a heart condition. She'll just have to modify things and live a little differently and, that kind of stuff. We never were told or knew that it was going to take her life.
I remember walking down the hallway at work one day, and I was like, whoa, I couldn't breathe. I was so short of breath. I had to put my hand up on the wall and just try to take a deep breath. But then the next morning I woke up and I was sick, and it brought me into the doctor. I met Janice. I was lucky that Janice had the wisdom and the knowledge from her background. She took down my family history and she said, wait a minute, you get rid of the sinus infection and you go get an echocardiogram done. And I had an echocardiogram done a week later. The doctor walked in and said, your heart's sick and we need you to go get evaluated for a heart transplant. I just remember looking at my mom and just saying, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Here, this strong woman who lost her husband and lost a daughter is now standing in the room with me, and they're telling us that I'm gonna need a new heart. And I just felt so bad for my mom.
I thought my world had already crashed twice. It was probably the worst day ever in my life.
And then, of course, the next thing you think of are your kids. So all I wanted to do was go home and be with my babies and hold them.
And what was worse was I couldn't imagine how my baby felt. Being told, that she had a problem like the problem that took the life of her sister. How in the world would she ever manage?
Since that day, Mama P has been by my side. She was my nurse. She has been with me since day one. She was the nurse that came in and dried my tears and held my hand and reassured my mom and I that it was gonna be okay. We were gonna be okay. In the 11 years that I've been diagnosed, I've come a long way. My biggest thing was I didn't want my story to become my boys' story. I didn't want them to lose their mom at a young age. And then all of a sudden, with my pacemaker, with my medication, with the knowledge that I have, eating better, getting more exercise, it's amazing how different one can feel.
Somehow or the other, they managed to carry on, because of people like the American Heart Association and their research and development and contribution to the world. I know she's going to live a really long, wonderful life.
I love her a lot, and I'll always love her. I don't know where I would be if she wasn't in my life.
every day with my boys is a blessing. And I thank the American Heart Association. I thank Go Red for Women Luncheon, because with their support, I have more knowledge. I have more opportunity. And I hope that by me sharing my story, that you women have the same power and the same knowledge